Hello. Hope everyone is doing okay today. I'm excited to be able to give away these rewards, these giveaway like incentives. And so that's what we're going to do today. And this is in conjunction with fundraiser I did for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Let me transition over so you can see me okay. And hopefully audio and stuff is okay. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you. I'm really excited to be able to give this away. Thank you so much for all those who gave. I know it's been a harder year for a lot of people, and it was hard to reach our goal, so we didn't quite reach it, but that's okay. Every dollar counts, and as I talked with other people doing this same kind of fundraiser, that was kind of the common trend I heard. It's just like it's been a really hard year for fundraising. So that makes me just all the more grateful for all those of you who were able to give. And so I've got 17 people who gave and sent me the receipt. So those are the people I'm going to give stuff out to. So if you gave and sent me your receipt, you should win something today. And so that's what we're going to do today. And if you do get something, then I'll make sure that I send you an email as well with all the details. For some of these, you need to actually give me your account, like email address, so I can send that on to like Vercel or Mux, for instance. Some of these, I just have coupon codes and I can send them to you and you can redeem them as you wish. But let's go ahead and give these things away. Again, this is connected to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And so I've got this nice little giveaway thing I created last year. And so let me transition over to it so you can actually see what we're doing here. All right, here we are right here. Okay, hopefully you can see that okay. And I'm assuming the audio and stuff is fine because people are viewing and nobody's saying anything. So I'm going to assume that that's good. So what we're going to do is just come over here and draw a winner. And each time we've got a thing to give away. Right now it's Warp. And so whoever gets this, I'll show your name and I'll also show you the number I sent you, just in case we have two people with the same name, which I don't think we did today or this year. But these are all the different things I'll give away. Huge fan of Warp. I used to work for them as a contractor, doing some content for them. But I've used them myself for a long time now. And at times now, the AI features kind of get in my way a little bit, but I've just found keyboard shortcuts that kill it when I don't want it. So that's my only real complaint right now, but I know they're trying to kind of move in that space. Okay, so first one to give away here is to someone, Christina. Congratulations. I'll send this your way. Thanks so much for giving to St. Jude. If you didn't get a chance to see my video I did with Stephen Hackett, the co-founder of Relay, who's also the one kind of under whom I'm doing the fundraiser, I'd really encourage you to look at that. I'll try to remember to add a link in the description. But next, we're going to give away Console Ninja. This allows you to log stuff, and it logs it right in line and does a bunch of other really cool stuff. Honestly, like it's a pain in the neck when I don't have this in my coding environment. So it's one of my favorites. And Wallaby's sponsored for 4 years now, this fundraiser. So they're a great company. I really love my connection with them. And that goes to Ryan. Ryan, I'll send you that. And again, I'll send you the coupon code for that and everything. All right, GitTower is like a GUI for your Git. So if you don't like working with Git in the terminal or VS Code, this gives you a lot of like even just like plain drag and drop features, things like that. You can merge stuff very easily. They make like it a much more visual experience. And especially as you get more complex, sometimes that can be really helpful. I don't know about you, but I'm often having to look up commands and stuff. So GitTower, this is, I think, the second year that they've given away stuff for this fundraiser to try to encourage you to give. So this goes to Alex. Congratulations, Alex. Thanks so much again for giving to St. Jude. And next we've got CloudCannon. CloudCannon is a CMS and for static sites. And they really have kind of taken it to the next level by giving like a full preview environment. They actually are doing a big push right now behind Astro. So I've been playing around with their kind of new stuff and I'm really excited to see what they come up with. But this is more like if you're an agency and you're doing sites for other people. It's not really meant just for you. You'd have to be doing multiple sites for this to be really valuable. But once you have something like CloudCannon in place, it gives you maximum flexibility as a developer, but then it also gives your clients maximum flexibility to edit stuff in kind of a nice interface. And everything is done visually so that they can actually edit it essentially like just typing in the site, but it'll actually change it. So really have enjoyed my work with CloudCannon in the past as well. And that goes to Finn. Congrats, and thanks again for giving to St. Jude. Okay, next. Hey, welcome, Mohammed. Next, I've got Quokka.js. Quokka.js is a JavaScript and TypeScript. I'm not sure the exact term for this, but basically it shows you your values in line. So it's like console logging, but you don't have to console log. It'll actually show you the validity of functions and whether or not they're working properly. And all this runs in your code editor. Again, it's made by the people at Wallaby JS. And this one goes to Brady. Thanks, Brady. Thanks for giving to St. Jude. Okay, next we've got another one by Wallaby. This one is Wallaby JS, not to be confused with the other two things. Hey, welcome, Mohammed. I'm doing a quick giveaway for all those who gave to St. Jude in my fundraiser this year. But Wallaby does the same thing that I just mentioned for Quokka.js, except it does it for all your tests. So it'll actually run them kind of live as you change your code and show you like, oh, your tests are breaking, they're not. And so it's really nice to not have to manually run them every time. You can just code and it kind of lets you know by these little indicators on the side everything is still properly working. So it's a big help if you're actively developing tests. Hey, Carl Ever. Hey, Petit Pois. Welcome. This one goes to Rob. Sorry, I almost missed Rob. Rob, thanks so much for giving to St. Jude. Okay, next I've got one of my own Learn Astro courses. I'm giving away a couple of these today. I had more to give away, but didn't quite have enough people to give them to. So I'm excited to see who's able to get this. My goal is that it's like a comprehensive look at everything Astro. I'm trying to figure out how to add new stuff as they add new stuff without making it like 19, 20, 30 hours long. So if you have any ideas for that, let me know. I'm trying to go back and compress old modules too. So that's probably the right way, I think, to compress the old ones and then expand on the new ones. But I don't want to make it too fast paced because then if you're learning and suddenly they start getting super compressed, you're like, what's going on here? But this one goes to Cecil. So congrats, Cecil. All right. All right. Welcome, Star Child Luke. I think I got that right. All right, next we've got Dracula Pro. This is a full theme system for like your terminal, your code editor. It does all this and kind of makes them all look the same, very similar. It's like a purplish vibe, but that was the foundation of it. Now it's got a bunch of different themes, including light mode, if that's your kind of thing. So let's see who gets this. This goes to Mark. All right, congrats, Mark, and thanks again for giving to St. Jude. This year, I'm really excited to have several new people who partnered with me, companies who partner with me. One of them is Vercel. A huge thanks to them. A lot of us host things on Vercel, so I've got a bunch of credits to give out for Vercel. And the very first one goes to Jasmine. Congrats, Jasmine, and thanks again for giving to St. Jude this year. All right, next, Neon. This is a database solution, and there's a lot of cool stuff it does, but it's I'll leave you to check out kind of the details of it, but a lot of kind of the complexities you run into, especially when you're like have multiple devs working on the same database, Neon just makes super easy. Hey, Fuzzy, welcome. So let's see who we can give this to. Andre. Congrats, Andre. I'll send this your way. I think for a few of these, I'll need your actual account so I can just pass it on to those who are giving out the gifts. All right, finally, we've got Mux. And then we'll kind of loop back around and get several others. This is a video platform. Honestly, if I'm going to do video on any website, I use Mux. I've done this for 4 or 5 years now at least. I really love Mux. And yeah, so Mohammed, yep, I go live again in like 20 minutes for my normal stream. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and give this away. This goes to Nikki. Congrats, Nikki. I've got a bunch of credits to pass your way for Mux. Again, I'm a big fan of Mux. I'm trying to slowly develop this like Advent of Astro course, or not course, like a free tutorial, free like what am I calling this thing? Like a free practice thing for Astro. And so that is all going to be powered by Mux. All right, we've got another Warp Pro to give away for a year. This gives you a bunch more AI credits and stuff like that, but it's all built into Warp. And this one goes to Nivek. Congrats, Nivek. Thanks again for giving to St. Jude this year. Okay, we've got another Console Ninja. Again, this is one of my favorite extensions. It kind of simplifies it brings all your console logs kind of together and in your code editor, so you're not constantly having to check consoles. It just shows up right where you're coding stuff. And this one goes to Tom. Tom, I'll make sure to send that your way here soon. Got another GitTower coming up. Again, this is a GUI for your Git editor. And this one goes to Ryan. Congrats, Ryan. I'll send this your way. And then I've got Quokka.js. I guess CloudCannon. I must be skipping around. I have this slightly randomized. This one goes to Steve. And it looks like I've got 2 left to give away. I don't remember what the last 2 are. Croca.js. Okay, so I did have a Croca.js. I'm not sure why they're ordered that way. And this one goes to no one. So clearly we have a bug in logic here. Sometimes what happens is like these people opt out of certain things. So I'll figure out whoever that is who didn't get something, because that's probably what's going to happen. Because I think I only have a couple other people. Yeah, so I might have to give me a second to change the source code. Usually I have enough people to where this isn't an issue. And I ran it multiple times last night, but this was always a possibility. So, you can't even give away stuff sometimes without bugs showing up. So let me switch over. And I'm going to fix this live because it's just a simple little code switch. So we'll give away something else. Let me add a couple other things so that we can kind of jump between them and use them as we want. So let me pull up Warp, in fact. We'll start with that. And let's see, I'm going to open this up and just add a couple of other extra prizes, since whoever was next didn't want Quokka, which is totally fine. I let people opt out of stuff just so that if you don't want something, then you don't have to have it. So we'll do an Astro course, and then we'll also do, let's see what else I have. Wallaby. We'll try this again. Okay. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay, I'm going to put this down, pull this back up, refresh. All right. I've got 2 other people, and they're going to go to Vercel and then whoever my last one is. But for whatever reason, even with my adjustments, I don't want to kill it because it actually saves a local file on my machine. So let me make one more adjustment. If that doesn't work, then I'll just contact the people and tell them separately. Stuff happens, db.json. By the way, if you've never used, let's see, let me pull these down here. Okay, yeah, I've got a couple more. All right, this will work. If you've never used whatever I'm talking about, JSON server, I think it's a really nice way to play around with stuff. Oh, no, it didn't work. Okay. Well, the last 2 people, I'll just tell you who they are. It's going to be Chrissy, who will win my Astro course, and then Maurice, who will win Vercel. So those are the other 2 left. So I'll make sure that you get those. Again, they opted out of some things, and the way I ordered things, looks like they both opted out of Vercel. That's why it wasn't working. But now I've already told you, I spoiled it all. So Chrissy, I'll send you my Astro course, and then Maurice, I will send you Vercel credits. But thanks so much again for everyone who gave this year. And super grateful to have you partner with me. If you're interested more in the mission of St. Jude, maybe this is the first time you're hearing about it, they are a children's research hospital based in Memphis, Tennessee, but really their goal is to globally eradicate childhood cancer. And they do that by providing free medical care for people from all over the globe. They'll fly you in and your family, take care of you, all without costing you a dime. Then they also spread their research, their knowledge. They're often on the phone with doctors in other countries who are dealing with these life-threatening childhood diseases. So even if they're not in your country directly, they're often the ones behind the doctors that you receive care from. And they're in a huge push right now over the next 7 years to get into a ton of countries, 50 countries, and to spread actual a life-saving chemotherapy and actual drugs and medicine to children all over the globe. Right now, there are many places in the world that have 20% or less survival rate for children with childhood cancer. And so they're trying to spread this beyond just like the USA and a lot of Europe and things like that to the rest of the globe. And so that's one of the main reasons why I really love partnering with St. Jude. Is it's not just about those there. They're genuinely changing the world when it comes to childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. So thanks again so much for all those who gave. It's actually still open. I think usually they stop the fundraiser a little earlier, so I stopped my fundraiser a little earlier, and I'm gone next week when they finish. But there are still opportunities to give, so I'll leave up my site for a little bit longer, and I'd love to have you partner with me. Okay, a couple other people said some things, and so let me look at that real fast, and then I'll be done. DB Engineer. Okay, so this is mostly about other stuff. YouTube channel. Okay, cool. Awesome, Petitwa. Thanks so much for giving this year. All right, I think that's just about everything. Everything else is just fuzzy chatting with people, which, how can you resist a good chat with Fuzzy? So Well, thanks everyone. I really appreciate your time, and thanks so much again for giving for all those who did. And I will catch you in 12 minutes when I stream again. All right, bye.